Thank you. First song I ever wrote. I was about Jakey's age. And it's called My Brother, Scott. What do you think? That was my first song. And now look where I'm at.
Where are you?
Well, don't put the guitar down. We're about to start.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Okay.
Just need our Arcadi, and we're going to see if we're clicked online yet or not. Not yet. Okay, we'll give it just a moment.
No demon up.
All right. We'll give it a moment. Oh, we'll just start, and it'll click over whenever it's ready. It's so nice and quiet in here. Well, should we just get started since, yeah.
Oh no, I'm telling someone where to eat dinner in Maui.
There we go. I think we're live now.
Okay.
Well, Shabbat Shalom to everyone at home. Shabbat Shalom to everyone in the congregation here. Hope everyone had a nice week, and we're glad to be together here as we sing our way through Shabbat Chai. Look at Gail already snapping her into the service here.
He's playing.
There we go. This is getting weird already. Let's start working our way into Shabbat from the rest of the week and sing Ki V'Moed. Behold, this is the time for celebration.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la. La la la, Ki V'Moed, Ki V'Moed, Ki V'Moed, Ki V'Moed, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la.
Let's keep on working our way into Shabbat, although I'm feeling a little more energized already. I don't know about you all, but we're going to work our way up the mountain. Esa einai al harim. I lift my eyes to the mountain and I ask God, where does my help come from? And we look up, which is what we've had to do for a long time. Keep looking up, keep being hopeful, and being there for each other. Esa einai.
Esa einai el harim, Esa einai el harim, me'ayin yavo Ezri, me'ayin yavo Ezri. come from? Where will my help come from? My help will come from God, maker of heaven and earth. My help will come from God, maker of heaven and earth. My help will come from God. May I in Yahweh, Yahweh is free from God. May I in Yahweh, maker of heaven and earth. Esa enai el Hari. Esa enai el Hari.
We're going to keep on singing one more song before we officially open our service, and that is Hodu Ladonai Ki Tov Ki Leolam Chasto. We ask God for all the goodness that is in our lives. We thank God for everything that the miracles that we have around us, for the fact that we can be together, that we have, God willing, our health, and that we can celebrate Shabbat together. Hodu Ladonai Ki Tov Ki Leolam Chasto. Hodu Ladonai Ki Tov Ki Leolam Chasto Ki Leolam Chasto Yom Arna Yisrael Chasto, Ki Leolam Chasto, Ki Leolam Chasto. Well, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I want to mention that in this week's Torah portion, we are starting a whole new book, the last book of the Torah, the fifth book, Deuteronomy, which in Hebrew is called Devarim. And one of the purposes, at least as far as the narrative is concerned, one of the purposes of this book is for Moses to reteach the Israelites about what's most important, to go over what has happened in the past and for them to learn from their perhaps past mistakes, and to kind of look inside and start to do a little bit of teshuvah, a little bit of turning back to the best version of themselves as they are getting ready to enter the promised land. So I think it's fitting for us that we are now in the month of Av, the month before the month of Elul, before the high holidays. So it is in the distance. For those of us in the Jewish world, it's very close by, but for everyone else, it's in the distance and it's coming up soon. And we have these months before the high holidays to look inside and to figure out what are we proud of from this past year, what did we overcome, and perhaps what could we do better in the coming year. So I'll invite you to start thinking about that, just like we do in the Torah portion for this week. And as you're doing that, I'm going to invite Tracy and Matthew to come on up and light our Shabbat candles. They're going to light the candles, and we'll all sing the blessing together on page 2. All right. That's fair. That's fair. You don't have to drink the wine yet.
Good idea.
We'll join together in the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Yasher koach, beautifully done, guys. Thank you very much. You lit those candles with pizzazz, and we appreciate that. We're going to turn to Lecha Dodi, our prayer to welcome in Shabbat. And as we get to the last verse, when we get there, we're going to rise and face the entrance to the room and welcome the Shabbat bride. But before then, let's join together in singing Lecha Dodi on page 20 or up here on the screen.
Lecha Dodi likra kalai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likra kalai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela Shamor v'zachor v'gibor echad Hishmianu el ha'meyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shemu tiferet v'hila Lecha Dodi likrat alai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likrat kalai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela Likrat Shabbat lekuvalecha Ki nekor ha'averacha Merosh Shekem Nesucha Sof Maaseh V'mashtavatila Lecha Dodi likra kalai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela Lecha Dodi likra kalai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela Hitoreri, kiva oret, uri, shir da'eri, kevod Adonai, alai likva, lecha Dodi likra kalai alalai alalai alalai, B'nei Shabbat nekavela. Lecha Dodi likra kalai alalai 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 B'nei Shabbat nekavela.
Please rise, face the entrance to the room if you're able.
Erev Shalom Aten ba'alom Tom besimcha Kabela Lechadodi Likrat Kalaya Erev Shabbat Kabela la 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 ya la ya ya la la ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la ya la la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 Lechadodi Likrat Kala Ya la la Ya la la Ya la la Pnei Shabbat Nikabela.
We're going to stay standing as we turn to the Baruch Hu and Am I Awake, and I'm going to invite any Bar-Lev children and any other children who'd like to come on up. And who wants to come up and sing? You guys can come up right over here. Come this way, Jakey boy. Stand right up front there. Who's going? Noah, you want to come too, bud? No? Okay. Oh. Yeah, you can take off your mask to sing, sure. That is nice. All right, so we're going to join together, and then we'll sing. Thank you guys. You guys can get dinner tonight. You've done, yeah, nice job, everyone. Or you guys can go back and sit down. Let's join together. You can be seated for a few moments. Let's join together here on the screen. Everlasting love, you have offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them helps give meaning to our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Amen. We're going to be asking you to please rise again, but just for a moment as we sing the Shema. So please rise.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai come forth.
You may be seated.
You shall love Adonai, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart. Shall teach diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down, and when you lie down, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates. You may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
We're going to turn to our prayer of gratitude and thanksgiving. This is the Mi Chamocha prayer. You can find it either on page 40 in your prayer book or right here on the slide in front of you.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi kamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Torah Tehilo, Osef Eleh, Torah Tehilo, Osef Eleh, Adonai Yiloch Le'olam Va'ed. Ya la la, ya la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
What he said. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. We ask, God, that you spread over us a shelter of your presence, a shelter of your peace, your loving arms, beneath your loving wings, so that we can be protected from the world that is outside these walls.
Hashkivenu Adonai guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Ashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Shalom, Yamikeinu Shomenu L'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Ashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Yamikeinu Shomenu
Two usually. We turn to Vishamru as we celebrate the sanctity of Shabbat and observing Shabbat. As we figure out who's going to sing which parts, here we go. Shabbat, Ma'asodet HaShabbat, Rito. Shet yamim Asaronai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz return to the Amidah together. You can find that starting on page 46 with Adonai Sefatai. And we haven't done this for a while. Why don't we say, when you feel spiritually moved, at that point, please rise. And then once everyone is up, then we'll move on to the next prayer. Let's join together in Adonai Sefatai, page 46, or right here on the screen.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatech. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sfatai Tiftach. Na 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatech.
You really made us work for it this time. Page 48.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imoteinu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanara El Elyon Gomer Hasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Hastei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Yahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, v'chayei hakol atah rav le'hoshia. V'chaker hayim b'chesed, v'chayei hakol berachamim rabim. Tzomech noflim v'rofei cholim. Umatir hasurim, umekayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha bagevurot, umidom elach, melech menid, umekayem, umatzmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kedoshim b'chol yom yehallelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated, and I'll invite you to continue either silently with words that are in your heart, or if you'd like to use the Siddur, pages 54 through 60 have the end of the Amidah that you could pray there.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata melech ador lekol hashalom. Ki ata melech ador lekol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech et Amcha Yisrael b'chol lev ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We're going to turn to our Misha Berach prayer, our prayer for those who are in need of healing. And I'll read the list that we have here. And if you have a name of someone to add who is in need of healing, I'll invite you to do that after I read our list. This Shabbat, we are thinking of healing for Catherine Adler, Marcia Ames, Marilyn Altman, and Lynn Adams. Sarah Bates, Deborah Belford, Barbara Belford, Libby Blakely, Marjorie Block, Paul Branson, Joan Bray. We're thinking of Lee Budin, Dave Sedarquist, Dorothy Cohn, Rob Cohn, Lily Kovitz, Adrian Crawford, Rick Crawford, Taya Delano. We're thinking of Tony Diegler and Carrie Ebert and Elaine Ehrlich and Don Feibel and Michael Fiorelli. We're thinking of Rachel Fish and Olivia Glick and Jean Goldberg, Bernice Goldstein, Jimmy Green, David Haas, David Hirsch, Jamie Cash, Don Kerr, Jeanette Clayman, Aiden Kramer, Peter Levy, Barb Lucas, Angel Marrero, Fred Martin, Minna Melton, Paul Mickelson, Connie Minarovic, David Minarovic, Dick Nettleman, Robert Oakley, Nick Parisi, Aaron Phelan. We're thinking of Ian Phillips, Rashi Prostowski, Jessica Rathkoff, Isabel Resendez, William J. Reese, Barry Richmond, Zachary Rowe, Arthur Rose, Irving Rose, June Sahara, Ralph Sauer, Barbara Schuster, Amitai Sella, Richard Schur, Lou Supowitz, Lauren Tate, and Robert Weiss. For a long time now, we've had the name of Rachel Goldblatt on the Misha Berach list, and Missy, we are transferring all of those prayers to you and all of that love and support, and hopefully you felt it and continue to feel it. I ask if there are other names for folks who are in need of healing on this Shabbat.
Debbie Loeb.
Any others? We say Baruch Ata Adonai Rofecha Cholim. So we remember also Diane Rubenstein and Debbie Loeb and Rachel Letterman for healing as well. We say, blessed are you, God, who sends strength and healing to those in need, sends comfort to those in need. Join together in singing.
Bisheberach Avotenu Ekor Abrecha Imotenu. May the source of strength to bless the ones he for us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Imoteu mekor habrecha le'avotenu, those in need of healing with refuah shema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
In a moment, we're going to sing our Shehechianu prayer, and I want to ask if anybody in the congregation has a simcha that you'd like to share, or if you who are online, you can share it online as well, something that was particularly good, or something that you are grateful for. Can I borrow your microphone? Thank you, sir. Okay. Hello, hello. All right, who's got one? Sammy, I see your hands up. And Ashley, okay.
I'm thankful that I have a family to help me grow up with.
That's really nice. Ashley, what do you want to say?
My mom is beautiful.
My mom is beautiful.
I agree. I agree. She is beautiful.
Summer camp.
Summer camp. That is a great thing to be thankful for, Jakey. Now you want to say anything?
Being with my grandchildren.
Otherwise, at least two of them would be running around right now.
Being with my mother.
And my mother-in-law. There we go. All right. Anybody else have a simcha besides the Barlevs? Okay. Thank you, Babette.
Today is my cousin Sue Rubenstein's 70th birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Sue. We're glad you get to spend it here. We're honored. That's so great. Thank you. All right, Alan.
I'm blessed to recently celebrate our 40th anniversary with my wonderful partner.
And a new grandson on the way.
So exciting. When's your due date?
August 24th.
Oh, man, it's coming up. Very exciting. Wonderful. Thanks for all that goodness over there.
My son Declan got into the kindergarten that we wanted him to go to, so we're pumped about it.
All right. Mazel tov. That's great. Okay, Meredith.
I'm part of an advocacy group for early childhood development, and we need support for early childhood for this bill to pass, so we're trying to get it to pass.
Nice. Okay, all right. Keep fighting the good fight there, Meredith. That's great. Thank you. Anybody else? Mrs. Rose.
Our beloved Chickering piano is going to find a new home because although Angela sounds so wonderful, I know that you noticed that the pedals weren't working quite right. And so we're having a new piano delivered on Wednesday, and next Friday will be the first time that we get to hear this in this service. Scott Ashton will be playing it next week.
That's going to be nice. That Chickering has served us well for, 5 or 6 years?
Since 2014.
Oh, all right, yeah. So it's going to, it's not going to the junk heap, though. It's going to somebody else who wants to tinker with it and who's got more patience to fix it up. So.
And more money.
And more money, yeah. So that's great. And Angelo gets to play it out of here. So yay. Well, these are all really wonderful smachot. Anybody else have anything? We don't want to shortchange a simcha.
Oh, I can say something.
Okay.
My partner and I bought a house, our first house together, in this market.
So hashtag Angelogan or Logangelo.
One of those.
Yes. Terrific. That's exciting.
Yeah. So,
Anything else? Did Natalie? No? Oh, I thought. No? Okay. Yeah? Okay, fair enough. All right. Let's join together in singing Shehechianu, saying thank you, God, for this moment.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'gimanu v'higianu Zman hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'gimanu v'higianu Zman hazeh
Together and singing Bayom Hahu. You can find that on page 287 or right here on the screen as we start the conclusion of our service.
Bayom Hahu Yehieh Adonai Echad Bayom Hahu Yehieh U'Shemo Echad B'nei Emor, as it is written, B'nei Emor, let it be said, God rules the earth. On that day God shall be one. V'haya Adonai, Melech Chol Haaretz. On that day God's name shall be one.
Sing with us, Bayom Hahu.
Bayom Hahu Yehieh Adonai Echad Bayom Hahu Yehieh U'Shemo Echad U'Shemo Echad.
However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow those fleeting days with abiding worth. We are lovingly remembering those who have recently been taken from our midst. We are thinking on this Shabbat at Temple Beth Shalom of the recent deaths of Mark Anderson, Diane Axel, Florence Bricker, Phyllis Clark, Rachel Goldblatt, Sandy Schaefer, and Eileen Schneer. And we remember those who died at this season and years past, and we take them into our hearts with our own. And this Shabbat, we are recalling the yahrzeits of Joseph Fatt, Martin Friedlander, Maurice Glazer, Rachel Goldberg, Arlene Golden, Adolf Goldsmith, Louis Heilbrunn, R. Jenny, Greta Kamnitzer, Marilyn Lader, Liv Meisterman, Morris Meisterman, Bruce Partridge, Jefferson Payne, Mildred Shapira, Leon Seligson, David Solomon, Laurie Strip, Herbert Tanowitz, Morris Warnick. We're thinking also of Morris Glazer, of Harley Clark, and Rebecca Reynolds. For all of those named in our hearts, I ask if anyone has someone else who you're thinking of on this Shabbat. For all of those named in our hearts and all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we're going to turn as one community to page 294, page 294, and we'll ask everyone to please rise as we recite our Kaddish prayer together. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasham barichu, le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May God send comfort to all those who are mourning, and may we all find that fullness that we seek on this Shabbat. Together we say, amen. You may be seated. And we have some announcements. Leslie, do you want to do it? You want to give some announcements? Yeah, right. So Leslie is filling in the greeter role because Bobby is gone. So you know what's coming up because they're all your programs. You want to just give us a couple of upcoming things to think about? Sorry for the last minute. Definitely not. Let's see. What do we have?
Let's see.
Sprinkler Shabbat.
Yeah, we have Sprinkler Shabbat coming up on August 6th, which will be really fun. We have a cool sprinkler coming in the mail. We've got a baseball game coming up on August the 14th, I think it is. Hopefully y'all could come. Clippers game. We have a zoo day planned for October, so time and date will be announced for that. So we hope that y'all can make it. Keep checking the Facebook page, the website, and we do have affinity group signups on the website. You can go on. We've got some great groups going on at the moment, so we hope you can sign up. So thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Leslie. Shabbat Shalom. Short and sweet. That's the way we like those announcements. Well done. At some point, we're going to start writing out announcements again and having board members come back and do. I'm looking at Pam, or have board members come and do them. Feels like we're close to that again. So, folks, why don't we do this? Let's do a little Kiddush and Motzi, and then we'll do our closing song, which is going to be Ojavo Shalom Aleinu. So, let me come over here. We're just going to do the short Kiddush tonight. Anybody want to be the Kiddusher? All right, well, you can hold it. I can hold it. I just don't want you to drink it because it's extra wine. Come on. You'll have enough of that later in life. Hopefully not mad at us. All right, here, face the congregation. Let's, you guys hold it together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho u'v'haver ratzon himkilanu, zikaron le'maaseh v'reishit, yilon tehila v'kraye kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, kivarnu v'charta, Yotanu kidashta mikol amim, v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava u'ratzon himchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai mechadesh hashabbat.
Oh, we'll do it. I got all excited there. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ojavo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu Ve'akol Haolam. Salam, salam, salam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Salam Aleinu, Ve'akulam. Salam, salam. Salam, salam. Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Odivo Shalom Aleinu, Ve'akulam.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.